mic so I can... I'm really tall. Okay. So first I just want to say thank you for coming out to the Pioneer Valley March for Our Lives! And the next thing I'd like to say is that could any kids, if you're stuck in the back, you know, if you're the back, we're trying to develop an honor system here. We want kids near the front of the action. So if you're near a kid and they want to go to the front, please make some room. Let's get up! Let's get up! Now it's pretty dense, so that's probably not going to work super efficiently. But it's a principle. Okay. I'll wait like a little bit.
Some menopause will happen. It was for me. It was like so awesome.
So,
it's like it just like everything all the just turned off.
This rally, I'm giving the introduction for the City Hall part. Sherilyn did a great job at NHS. So this rally was organized by and for students in the Pioneer Valley. We didn't have any fancy help with us. We had a lot of group chats, we had a lot of Skype calls, and we had a lot of pizza parties with every walkout organizer in the region. And soon you'll be hearing from student activists and student speakers, middle schoolers and high schoolers. And they're all here to share the essentials. We don't want to keep you too long. What guns have done to us, why it matters to us, who it affects, and how every single person here can continue to make a difference. So soon you'll be hearing from student singers and student poets. Students from across schools here to play both the freedom songs of our parents' generation and some songs of our own. Give it up for this, guys. This way, we can show how we're standing on the shoulders of giants, greatly seizing the baton, and sprinting towards justice. And lastly, if you haven't noticed already, there are tables stretching across Pulaski Park. We've had the privilege to work with over 50 organizations in the area. We chose to give them space because we realize the distance between students and the work of justice is our biggest threat to our safety. For the world will change for the better, I promise, when students are farther from bullets and closer to their labor unions, to their faith groups, to their advocacy groups, and to their legislators that work to represent them. But perhaps most of all, students, we can change the world when we vote. Underestimated my generation. That's why we've sent, oh God, there's a lot of people here. So there used to be a voter registration table right here in the front. I don't know if it's moved. It's still here! What? Yeah. If you're 16 or older and a resident of Massachusetts, you can register to vote right here and right now. It's called pre-registration if you're 16. You can't vote, you're not eligible until you're 18. But if you're 16, register to vote today! Through voting, we can reverse the systems of power in this country, and we can start making our representatives work for us and the big ideas we support. But, what are these big ideas, you might ask? Well, oh my God. That's a tough question. But some of us are pretty good students in high school, and when we did our homework, we found out some cool things that we stand for. We found out that constitutional rights are balanced, that our right to bear arms is balanced by our right to live. So, brief announcement, cars are being towed on the corner of River and Ridgeside Street. Riverside and Milton. The triangular cars are being towed. Please help them. So, we also did our homework, and we found out that American school shooting epidemic isn't normal in any other nation in the world. And maybe, just maybe, that's because our 2.4% of the world's population own 44% of the world's guns. So when these smart kids, when we did our homework, we found common sense gun control that can help protect us, and Sherilyn's going to be talking more about this later. And we found out who's standing in our way in the streets, who's standing in our way in the classrooms, and who's standing in our way in the halls of Congress. But we're not here to attack anyone. Like every successful revolution in American history, the youth grassroots will not aim to fight or push away anyone. We will be aiming to bring people together. Our revolution will defend our lives, just as if there was an intruder was in our home, but with quality and intrusive argument that we learned in our English classes, not with military-grade weapons. Our revolution will defend our lives as if there was a war, but it will be war won in the hearts and the minds of good old-fashioned regular people, not with military-grade weapons. Our revolution will defend ourselves with social media and calling parties, not with military-grade weapons. Our revolution will be based in what works, grassroots, non-violent, coordinated action. So, if you're listening, and it seems that some people are, I need you to join us. Yes! The Parkland students have lit a spark, but it's just catching kindling of discontent all across the nation. But we can't be the new hope. We can't be the Jedi warriors you want us to be, unless you are right there with us. I don't care if you're standing here or watching at your home. I don't care if you own military weapons, if you have hunting gear on, if you think that common sense legislation is a priority right now, if you think your children's lives are a priority now, if you think that special interest in big money in politics has polarized our view far from common sense, the Pioneer Valley Students for Gun Control need you. Most important of all, above all of that, at the very least, if you're able to look inside yourself for compassion, I need you. Students in Western Mass need you. If you're able to be compassionate, the earth needs you, and the human race needs you. We found our weapons of mass destruction that we grew up with, and we were told that they're in some far-off country where the people look and dress differently than us, but hate is right here at home. So join us now in opening our hearts, examining the situation in the darkness, fulfilling what our grandparents in World War II, what our parents in the Civil Rights Movement, what our friends in the Black Lives Matter movement all would want for the next generation, and stand with us today. As we stand with those in Parkland, but also with those in Chicago and LA and New York. And Standing Rock and Plymouth Rock. And every damn hill and stone hill where violence has turned lives into sentences behind bars and in funeral homes. We are the most connected and the most progressive generation in the history of the world. Students of all colors and creed and sexuality and gender and ability are here to wage peace against injustice. So today, everyone here, please listen to us as we go forward, as students will lead America out of the darkness and into the light.